Other than its original shape, the main shortcoming of the N64 controller is its short wire. Well, thanks to the folks over at 8BitDo, and no, this is not a sponsored video, I'm going to bring that controller into the modern era with some crazy simplicity using the 8BitDo mod kit for N64 controllers. It's going to add full Bluetooth, rumble, Type-C charging, you name it, and it is a super simple mod to do. So let's dive in and get it done. So first up here, let's go ahead and open the box, and inside we have some various goodies. First up is a brand new board for the N64 controller, and what this does is it adds pretty much all the functionality that we are looking for, including the ability to charge its lithium battery pack. And we even have a little cable plug right here. Now, also in the kit, they give you a Type A to Type C cable for your charging. They give you this little adapter right here, which allows you to have rumble, and it gives you your Bluetooth connectivity, and it also gives you your Type-C charging to interface with that little connector right there. Now, the other part of this upgrade is we're going to get rid of the nasty original stick, and we're going to add a Hall effect stick. And as you can see, it is more the GameCube style stick instead of this really tall, pointy thing that tends to break all the time. So this is going to be awesome. So as you can see from the instructions right here, this is crazy simple. It's only got 7 steps, including the 7th of which is just plug this in. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in, get this unscrewed, opened up, and get everything swapped over. Now, as you can see, we have 2 screws inside of this little area right here where memory cards, rumble packs, all that stuff went. And then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws to take out of here. So we're just gonna dive in and get those out. Now, this kit does come with a screwdriver, but honestly, I prefer using my iFixit kit because I just like it better. So we're gonna get these screws taken out. The most common ones that people forget are these 2 that are in this memory card area because they are a little bit hard to see, honestly. So we'll take those out. That one does not want to move yet. And then we'll get the rest of these. Now with all the screws out of there, we can go ahead and pop off this bottom half. Sometimes they are a little sticky getting them off of there. Helps if I remove all of the screws, of course. Had one missing right there. There we go. And we pop that off. And we'll go ahead and get that rogue screw that was inside of there that didn't come out earlier. And there, that is the bottom of this off. Now, normally I'd recommend also doing a cleaning. As you can see, this one is pretty dirty, but I will do that off camera. Now we're gonna go in here, and what we need to do is get rid of this entire board. So we're going to unplug the joystick, which is right there. We're gonna unhook this little pad, which is for the Z button, and we are actually going to reuse the little silicone pad here. Get this trigger out of our way. And holding this down, I believe, is just pressure. So we're going to go ahead and lift that up out of here. Get the cord out of the way as well. And there we go. That is now out. I'm going to save all of my little bumper silicone pieces here. And there, we do not need the original board at all anymore. That is out of here. Now, the next thing we need to do is put our new board in. As you can see, we have our new little pads here for our triggers, and we have everything else, including the Z right here. Here is all of our different membrane spots where everything is going to hit. So we're just going to take this, slide it right back in over the top here where the old one was. Now, putting that in, I did have to go in and just move one of the battery wires out of my way. It was a little bit in the way there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put my silicone pads back where they go on here. All right, so we have 3 little screws here to undo to get the old joystick out. So we'll go ahead and do that now. And you wanna save these screws because you are going to use them to put the new stick back into this. If you undo the black one right here, that actually gets you inside of the existing joystick. If you wanted to take your old one and refurbish it, you could do that too. But I want to go ahead and use the brand new one that came with the kit. So we'll move that out of the way. throw this one down in here instead. And we'll go ahead and put these screws back in. Remember, pro tip when working with plastic like this, go the opposite direction until you feel it kind of pop into place, then screw it in. It should go in nice and easy, and it means that you've caught the original threads instead of cross-threading new ones in there and potentially making it where the screw will no longer actually screw anything down. Now you need to go ahead and plug the stick in. It only goes in one way. It is a keyed one. That way you can't misalign it. And you want to push that all the way in until it's nice and secure. Then you're going to go ahead and put this Z button pad in where it goes, right in there. Go ahead and get your ribbon out of the way a little bit. And now we can put this silicone pad back on here. That way it is all prepped and ready to go for the Z button. And now with all of those in there, I can go ahead and put the back of the controller back on. So we're gonna go ahead and slide this in. It should just line right up. Push that down, kind of sandwich everything into place. And you wanna make sure you get a nice solid seal. Make sure your buttons still work. And once you've gone ahead and aligned everything back up, then you can start putting your screws back in. If something is misaligned, especially out here on the pieces of the Trident, definitely make sure that there is nothing blocking your path. Do not try to force it, because it should snap together just right. So we're gonna go ahead and put these screws back. I like to get one at the tips of each of the pieces of Trident. That way it just helps hold everything together as I put the rest of the screws back in. And there we go, all the screws are back in. All the buttons are working. We got that nice new stick in there that's not only a GameCube style stick, but it is Hall effect, and everything is working great. Now, the final step of this mod is to take this and just plug it on in. Right there, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got the blue light on there, indicating that this now has power, and I can now go ahead and connect this with whatever I want to connect it with. It has two different wireless modes down here, and what's also nice is because it's Bluetooth, anything with Bluetooth can connect with this now. I could use this with my Switch. I could get a Bluetooth dongle for the N64, use it on there. I could use it on computer, whatever. Anything that accepts Bluetooth, this will now work as a controller for it in a stupidly simple mod. And I mean, like I said, it's 7 steps. It's take the old board and old stick out, put the new board and new stick in, and then plug in this little adapter. Good to go. So some quick pros and cons about the 8BitDo N64 Bluetooth controller mod. Pro, it's very simple to do. It makes your controller wireless and gives it Type-C charging. It not only adds rumble through the little adapter right here, but you also get a Hall effect stick, so you won't have any stick drift. And honestly, the N64 stick was probably one of the worst game sticks to ever come out on a controller, so it's really nice to have an upgraded one in here. If you can find the mod in stock, it's only $40, which that's a damn good price. If you look at the OEM Nintendo controller that is the N64 like Switch Online one, it can do all these same kind of things, but that one I believe was $70 from Nintendo. And aftermarket, if you can even find them, they're about that or more. You could buy a generic controller like this for anywhere from 10 to 25 bucks, and then you pay 40 bucks for the mod, and you get the fun of doing it yourself, and it doesn't take nearly any time at all. And plus, the final pro about this controller and doing this mod, if you know how to use a screwdriver, you can do this mod. That's it. No soldering, no wires, no nothing. Take the old stuff out, put the new stuff in. As far as cons, honestly, I can't really think of any. I guess if I had to pick, it's hard to find this mod in stock. That's about the only con that I can think of. But 8BitDo makes quality products, and now I have one of these installed on here, and it's non-destructive. I could very easily convert this back to a regular N64 controller, and if for some weird reason I wanted to, I could put the stock N64 stick back in. It is a completely reversible mod. It takes maybe about 10 minutes total to just take everything out, put everything back in, good to go. So, very awesome. My final thoughts on the 8BitDo mod are, I highly recommend getting it. This thing is awesome, and I just noticed it even added a click. I don't know what that would be used for. Maybe it can be mapped or something? I'm not sure. I would have to check the 8BitDo site, but This is an awesome mod. If you can find it in stock, definitely pick one up because it's definitely worth it. And I would say don't try and find it in like a third-party market or anything like that. Definitely wait for it to go on sale from 8BitDo or from a trusted seller of 8BitDo products. That way you don't get scammed out of anything and you don't pay way more than what the original mod actually costs. But if you like this video and you want to see another recent video, then go ahead and check out this area right here. And as always, I'm Game Dad. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later.